Don't Split the Difference, Negotiating as if Your Life Depended on It, is a book about effective negotiation techniques and strategies. It is written by Chris Voss, a former FBI hostage negotiator who has extensive experience in high-stakes negotiations. In the book, Voss shares his insights and techniques for successful negotiation in a variety of contexts, including business, personal relationships, and even international diplomacy. He covers a range of topics, including how to prepare for negotiations, how to establish trust and rapport, how to handle difficult or unreasonable opponents, and how to close a deal. One of the key themes of the book is the importance of empathy in negotiation. Voss argues that by understanding the needs and motivations of the other party, and by finding mutually beneficial solutions that meet everyone's needs, we can achieve better outcomes in negotiations. He also stresses the importance of being flexible and adaptable, and of being willing to think outside the box in order to find creative solutions. Overall, the book is practical and actionable and has received positive reviews for its helpful advice and real-world examples. Here are more details and examples for each of the main ideas in Don't Split the Difference, Negotiating as if Your Life Depended on It. Traditional negotiation techniques, such as trying to find a win-win solution or splitting the difference, are often ineffective and can even be harmful. Example: a business owner and a supplier are negotiating the price of goods. The supplier wants $100 per unit and the business owner wants to pay $80. If they try to split the difference and agree on $90 per unit, both parties may be unhappy with the outcome. The supplier may feel like they are not being fairly compensated for their goods, while the business owner may feel like they are paying too much. Example: a couple is trying to decide on a vacation destination. One person wants to go to the beach and the other wants to go skiing. If they try to split the difference and go to a destination that has both beach and skiing, they may not be fully satisfied with the trip. One person may feel like they are missing out on their preferred activity, while the other may feel like they are being forced to do something they are not interested in. Solution: instead of trying to split the difference or find a win-win solution, try to understand the needs and motivations of the other party and find a solution that meets everyone's needs. This may involve compromising on certain aspects of the negotiation, but it can lead to more mutually beneficial outcomes. Empathy is key to successful negotiation. By understanding the needs and motivations of the other party, we can find mutually beneficial solutions that meet everyone's needs. Example 1. A job candidate and a potential employer are negotiating salary. The candidate wants $60,000 per year and the employer is willing to offer $50,000. By asking the employer questions and listening carefully to their responses, the candidate is able to understand that the employer is on a tight budget and cannot afford to pay more. The candidate then suggests alternative benefits, such as flexible working hours or additional vacation time, which the employer is able to provide. This allows both parties to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. Example 2. A group of neighbors is trying to decide on a shared driveway maintenance plan. One neighbor wants to hire a professional company to do the work, while the others want to do it themselves to save money. By asking questions and listening to everyone's concerns, they are able to understand that the main concern for the DIY group is cost. They come up with a plan to split the cost of hiring a professional company, which meets everyone's needs and allows the work to be done safely and efficiently. It is important to establish trust and rapport with the other party in order to create a positive negotiating environment. Example 1. A salesperson and a potential customer are negotiating the price of a product. The salesperson starts by building trust by asking questions about the customer's needs and showing genuine interest in their situation. They also share personal anecdotes and build rapport by finding common interests. This helps the customer feel more comfortable and open to negotiating. Example 2. A mediator is helping a divorcing couple reach an agreement on child custody and property division. The mediator starts by establishing trust and rapport with both parties by being fair, neutral, and non-judgmental. They listen to each person's concerns and show understanding and empathy. This helps both parties feel heard and more willing to compromise and reach an agreement. Flexibility and adaptability are key to finding creative solutions in negotiations. Example 1. A small business owner and a potential investor are negotiating the terms of a funding agreement. The investor wants a large percentage of equity in the company, while the business owner wants to retain more control. By being flexible and open to alternative options, they are able to find a creative solution that meets both parties' needs. They agree to a smaller percentage of equity in exchange for the investor providing additional resources and expertise. Example 2. A couple is trying to decide on a home renovation project. One person wants to hire a contractor to do the work, while the other wants to do it themselves to save money. By being flexible and open to alternative options, they are able to find a creative solution that meets both parties' needs. They agree to do some of the work themselves and hire a contractor for the more complex tasks, which allows them to save money while still ensuring that the work is done safely and to a high standard. There are specific tactics and techniques that can be used to handle difficult or unreasonable opponents, such as mirroring, labeling, and creating no options. Example 1. A salesperson is trying to close a deal with a resistant customer. To handle the resistance, the salesperson uses the mirroring technique by repeating back to the customer what they are saying and showing understanding of their concerns. This helps the customer feel heard and more open to the salesperson's ideas. Example 2. A mediator is helping a divorcing couple reach an agreement on child custody and property division. One person is being unreasonable and refusing to compromise. To handle the unreasonable behavior, the mediator uses the labeling technique by acknowledging the person's feelings and naming the behavior. For example, they might say something like, "I understand that you are feeling frustrated and are unwilling to compromise at this time." This helps the person feel heard and may help them become more open to finding a solution. Example 3. A business owner is negotiating with a supplier who is demanding an unreasonable price for their goods. To handle the unreasonable demand, the business owner creates a no option by presenting the supplier with a choice between two options that are both acceptable to the business owner. For example, they might say something like, "We can either pay your asking price or we can look for another supplier. Which option would you prefer?" This helps the supplier understand that the business owner is not willing to accept their unreasonable demand and may help them become more reasonable. In conclusion, don't split the difference. Negotiating as if your life depended on it is a book that offers practical advice and strategies for effective negotiation in a variety of settings. The main ideas of the book include the importance of empathy, the need to establish trust and rapport, the value of flexibility and adaptability, and the use of specific tactics and techniques to handle difficult or unreasonable opponents. By following these principles and using the techniques outlined in the book, readers can improve their negotiation skills and achieve better outcomes in their personal and professional lives. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and comment.